Think about this for just 1 second. If you never had to listen to a sales call ever again, that's so 2025. But really, you don't have to listen to sales calls anymore. Hey, welcome to the Insurance Buzz. I am your host, Michael Weaver. I'm flying solo today, and I'm going to be talking about what coaching looks like in the future utilizing AI and why AI is going to help you become a more efficient and effective coach than ever before. Think about it. You're going to be more efficient and more effective at what you do. You're going to have more time back than you've ever had in your business or your agency, regardless if you are the team lead, you are the manager, or you are the CEO. It doesn't matter. AI is going to help you be, number one, give you more information, more data than ever before in a more efficient manner so that you can be more effective at what you do. And so think about this. Think about this for just 1 second. If you never had to listen to a sales call ever again, that's so 2025. But really, you don't have to listen to sales calls anymore. What if you never had to role play with your team ever again? Again, that's so 2025 or 2024. You don't have to role play with them anymore. Think about if you had a coach or manager, AI coach or manager that reported to you directly on every single thing that's being said in a conversation or a practice session, whether the talk track was being followed, whether they did what they were supposed to do, whether they asked for the seller or they didn't, and then what coaching they received and what you should be on the lookout for as the owner, manager, or team lead. Pretty good, right? Almost seems too good to be true. More information than ever and more accountability than ever. That is the future of coaching. And why I wanted to do this episode is because I was actually just, I was having a conversation with a peer that coaches, and he does a lot of one-on-one coaching, and he does a lot of one-on-one coaching for agents, team members. And a large part of it, and he came at me with kind of a, just transparently, kind of a scarce mindset. He was like, Michael, if AI is really going to do that, I mean, I don't know what that means for my coaching practice anymore. I go, whoa, and I'm going to leave his name out of this. I go, whoa, think about this for just a second. Let's think about, let's shift our mindset to more opportunity, more positivity, more potential, more of what you actually do for agents and their teams. I said, do you actually think that agent is hiring you to role play with their team or just increase the performance and production of each team member? And he said, well, of course, increase the performance and production. Absolutely. So let me ask you then, why would the need of you go away? Sure, the actual function of a role play, of actually doing a 20-minute role play, which, let's be honest, a peer-to-peer role play is just weird. It's awkward. It's not effective. There's always shame. There's always guilt. A lot of team members are not super receptive to the coaching because they think it's biased, emotional. You may be wrong. You just don't get it. This isn't a real conversation. We've all done it. I've done thousands of peer-to-peer role plays, and at this point in time, I've done over 1,000 AI role plays, and I would choose AI 10 out of 10 times from an effectiveness standpoint and realistic standpoint, unpredictable, much more customer-like. But that doesn't matter. That's just my opinion. I asked him, I was like, hey, so if you never had to role play again, but you were given the information of exactly what happened in that practice session, what was said, if they were actually doing what you've been coaching them to do, and then you get a report and all you do is you go in and tweak and finesse and coach and build that person up, doing what your skill set is at its best, because they're hiring you to increase performance and production, not do a 20 or 30-minute role play with a team member. He's like, yeah, that's true. I go, so what part of that means that you're just not going to have a coaching business anymore or that you don't have to coach your team anymore? No part of it. Now, if you want AI to only coach your team, AI will do that. It will. But most of you not only want the AI coaching, but you also want to be a part of that development. You also want to finesse. You also want to tweak. You also want to coach your team member up. And that's where I'm saying that the future of coaching means that you get back more of your time to do what only you can do as the team lead, as the manager, as the agency owner. Maybe some of your roles will shift a little bit. There's still going to be the need for the human-to-human connection and coaching. There is. I know there is. However, you're not going to be sitting in listening to a call anymore, wasting your time, twiddling your fingers, only picking up about a quarter of what the AI can pick up. The AI picks up everything in a conversation. Think about not only what your team member is supposed to be doing, but how the customer is perceiving the information that they're given, how they're engaging with your customer. How about this? How about what other things come up in a conversation besides just the obvious objection? Yes, because things within the conversation lead to that obvious objection. The obvious objection isn't what we need to coach our team on, even though that's what most of us coach our team members on. Well, did you say this? Did you overcome it in this way? Well, how about if the AI can drill down exactly in the conversation where you could have asked better questions to get the customer more involved in the conversation with pain points that would have eliminated that obvious objection? That's what I'm talking about with AI. AI is going to give you more information. It's going to give your team a perceived level of accountability that's going to cause them to automatically do their best every single time. We're already seeing it at Agency Coach AI. Crazy success story. 4-day period. An agent got to work with us. He had a couple calls that he uploaded into our system. And the grading on this individual producer came back out of a score of 200 to 250 out of a score of 1,000. He had him do a couple role play sessions. Also came back at 200 to 250 consistently. He had that team member practice on the role play session for a whole day. Role play after role play after role play till he started to get scores of 650 plus on average. Then he turned him loose on the phones the next day. In that first call of the day, he scored a 636 and it equated to closed business. That is a direct correlation of data of what AI can do for you in your business in a short amount of time. Now, does that mean that that agent just quit coaching or his manager quit coaching? Absolutely not. His manager sent me a voice memo almost crying because by using Agency Coach AI, she's got 3.5 hours back per day because now she's just looking at the data and going in based off of the data the AI gives her to coach and train the team versus role playing or versus sitting on 6 or 7 30-minute calls a day trying to figure out how to coach the team. I'm serious, y'all. Her message, she was breaking down just saying thank you because now she can be more effective and efficient at what she does every single day. AI is going to transform your careers, transform your business, transform you and your agency. And it's going to be more important to be a coach and a leader than ever before. And now you get to do what you do best, and that is to coach and finesse and tweak while AI does all the rest. AI tracks the conversations. AI gives your team coaching. AI is sitting with your team on every single call, every single role play session. And it's only going to get more advanced. It's only going to progress extremely quickly. We're already seeing it on Agency Coach AI's side. But this is the power of AI. This is what your future looks like as a manager, as a team lead, as an agency owner. And if you do not get excited about it, I don't know what you're going to get excited about. Being able to do more of what you love to do and what you're best at while getting your time back to do other things in a more productive manner. Woo! Now that excites me. That makes me very, very excited about being an entrepreneur and a business owner, a manager and coach in the future. Now I just get to coach based off of the detailed data that AI gives me. That makes me very excited. I can be a more efficient and effective coach in 30 seconds than I could have been listening to an entire 30-minute sales call. I kid you not. AI coaching has changed my life as a coach in my organization. I've been working with AI for 2 years in my organization because I have a 100% remote sales team. It was the only way I knew what was going on, if they were following the talk track, what was actually being said in conversations, and how I was going to actively and effectively coach my team, because I just didn't have the time, nor would I make the time to listen to 30-minute sales calls multiple times a day. I'm sorry. I just didn't view that as a good use of my time. And while I probably did let my sales team down for a little while, or no, probably about it, I did. I've used AI now the last 2 years, 2.5 years, and it's been incredible. It changed my life as a coach. It gave me more data to be a more effective coach, and it allowed me to coach while also having the time to do so. And before, I just didn't have the time to do that. So now I have the best sales team I've ever had, because they're the most trained, they're the most coached, and they get to rely on the AI coach as well to get as good as possible, to ask, hey, how could I have done better? What questions could I have asked? How could I have got that customer more involved in the conversation? What question exactly should I have asked to get that customer to create a higher sense of urgency? Yes, Ava does all of this in Agency Coach AI, and this is just the beginning. So coaching in the future, oh, it's looking good. Your business is looking good. Your career's looking good. And it's going to allow you to do what only you can do, and what you're the best at, and what you enjoy the most. So with that being said, I appreciate you. As always, time and attention are by far our most important assets. I appreciate you spending time with me today on The Buzz. Go out and make it great.